Critics say Time Warner and others in the music industry are tipping the balance, forcing rappers to use the tough language because that's the stereotype and that's what sells. In other words, no profanity, no contract.
The group's name itself is controversial. Niggers with Attitude, known as NWA, has taunted law enforcement with its lyrics urging violence against police. But it is the group's sexually explicit lyrics that attracted attention from the Attorney General's office.
But to its critics, it's simply an attempt to manipulate racist stereotypes for profit, to sell records.
Because of fear. Fear that what started out as music to inform has turned into music that incites.
Now they contain lyrics that promote rape, murder, racist, drug abuse, and violence, women and children.
The combined law enforcement associations of Texas today called for a halt to sales of the album, saying Ice-T may have freedom of expression, but recording company Warner Brothers has a social responsibility. They don't rule out a boycott of other Time Warner businesses, including the Six Flags amusement parks. Sending people a message that this is not going to be acceptable for a company as large as Time Warner and Warner Brothers. No one in law enforcement likes the message in Ice-T's lyrics, but at least one police group, a group of African-American officers, says the message varies depending on how you interpret the song. You can take the words literally, you can make what you want to, but if you take the words literally, I think the message is saying that, hey, we have a problem, there's some bad police officers out here, some white, some black.
Nothing less is at stake than the preservation of civilization. This stuff by itself won't bring down civilization, but it doesn't help. And when you combine it with other trends, popular culture, television, family.
Police and the minority community. I think there's a lot of problems with government. You get into situations where political people don't listen to frustrations. They deal with it with political rhetoric. The police officers are the ones that they take it out on. We're the first line anywhere you go. And a lot of times we get blamed for the drug problem, housing, mass transit problems. They blame police officers for it. And since we're the ones that deal with people day in and day out, usually on a negative basis, unfortunately, we are the target of their frustration.
You say that frustration is the root cause of a lot of the problems we're seeing.
Right. I've never had any pressure or anything. They just allow me to be myself.
Rap artist DeBrat says the point is she's not trying to teach or incite anyone.
People make us role models. We're not coming out like on the Wheaties box, like Michael Jordan, saying, eat Wheaties. We're just, what I'm saying? We're just expressing ourselves.
Records, NWA's producers, said in a statement, the issue here is record burning and censorship. NWA songs are a reflection of social conditions, said the statement. The same stories told on NWA albums can be heard or read in the news. Minnesota is not the first state to go after record stores. In Florida, a store owner was arrested and convicted for selling copies of a record by Two Live Crew, another rap band whose album, As Nasty as They Wanna Be, proved too nasty for the local sheriff. Shortly after that, Two Live Crew members themselves were arrested after a concert.
Argued that if Reverend Butts was going after anyone, it should have been the record companies themselves, that negative rappers were merely telling it like it is.
We know what's right, we know what's wrong, and music is not the killer, it's not the ill. The ill is the streets that we are forced to live like rats on. The ill is the projects we are forced to live in.
Is threatening legal action against the nation's largest chain of music stores. At issue, the sale of a rap music album to minors. Correspondent Richard Schlesinger reports on the latest debate about what is art and what is obscene.
It is frankly offensive to me, and I think to any parent that would hear and would know what these lyrics are all about, they would find that it is nothing but filth.
The Attorney General's office served the warning on executives of the Musicland Group, the largest record store chain in America that owns both Musicland and Sam Goody stores. It threatened criminal prosecution if the stores continue to sell the new NWA record to minors. The issue here, said the Attorney General, is not record burning or censorship. The issue here is access by minors to harmful and sexually offensive material.
To care if radio bans their music. Snoop Doggy Dogg's new album is already #1.
If you don't like it, don't listen to it. If you like it, love it. If you don't,